Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's exclusive interview is with the one, the only, the uncanny filmmaker, writer, actor extraordinaire, Adam Green! Woo!
AKA Adam effing Green.
Yes, Al.
AKA Adam G. AKA the Big AG.
Fuck yes. I was going to say Adam motherfucking Green, but I didn't want to scare him right off the top. Jesus Christ, how are you, Adam?
I'm doing good.
Man.
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Dude, thanks for doing this. This is pretty fucking rad right now.
Can you tell us where you are right now, Adam?
Yes.
Describe your surroundings.
Right now, I am in Hollywood, California at Ariscope Studios, at my studio. So I'm surrounded by monsters and Victor Crowley statues and all the types of shit that you guys would be totally into.
Oh, shit. Well, then I'm going to jump to my other random question, which was what kind of cool shit do you collect? So clearly, all kinds of cool, like what's your most prized possession? I have to know.
Oh, man, it's so hard.
I know, but just say two of them then, fuck it.
Mine is my penis, just to give you an idea.
You can't say his penis.
It could be anything.
Two of them would be, let's see. Okay, so the Sideshow recently, about, I don't know, 6 months ago, put out these amazing He-Man and Skeletor statues that are like super badass. Like the Skeletor one is like actually terrifying looking. I guess those would probably be the biggest for the moment. And then I have like a life-size ET in here, which I also cherish.
Dude, I'm sure your fucking
Does
office
he follow
is
you
like
around that office and beg you to finally phone home?
I hope not. We never know where E.T.'s finger has been.
Like, shut it, E.T.
Dear Christ. Okay, look, if you only had 24 hours left to live, what would you do? It's a harsh question, I know.
24 hours left to do.
You get to spend it doing your favorite thing in the world. What make that be?
What's that?
Mine?
I mean,
masturbating.
It sounds cliche, but probably lots of sex.
That's what I said.
All right, fair enough. He said masturbating, but Adam said sex, so at least his was with somebody else.
Mine's hands.
You were just gonna ride Dolo for 24 hours.
No one knows me like me.
Yes, I love it. This is great. Holy shit. Okay, all right. Let's keep the party going. All right, look. If you had a favorite, do you have a favorite superhero or villain, like throughout time? Everybody has something.
My favorite superhero is you know what? This is weird. It's either Batman or Aquaman. I know nobody likes Aquaman.
Nobody likes Aquaman.
I was intrigued with your Aquaman.
And I just got into not an argument, but a debate on a couple tours ago about what is it with Aquaman.
I was gonna say that. Why? I was so intrigued by the obscurity. Like, why Aquaman?
But I come to find out, Aquaman's a bad motherfucker.
He is, but I want to say it. You say your reason.
Okay, first of all, he is a bad motherfucker, and the rest of the superheroes are like basically trapped on land. He's got 70% of the earth that he's got to protect, which is super cool. And
that's a valid point.
That's a valid point. In 2008, Warner Brothers had hired me to write Aquaman, an animated film. And it was so dark. It was rated R. It was super violent. He killed himself at the end of it.
What?
And then the notes. Whenever you do studio movies, you end up having to deal with this committee of morons to give you notes.
I heard about this.
The note was to take the scenes with water out.
I'm so sure. That's fucking great.
Wow.
Somehow I remember.
So obviously, it never happened.
Maybe they were thinking more of like an Aqua de Gio man.
Come on.
And it was more cologne-based.
Kalaji man. No, that's like when they said the one time it was something about Superman and they wanted a bunch of people in the Fortress of Solitude and they were like, what part of the word solitude is not comprehending? What the fucking people that be? The powers, what? Jesus Christ. All right.
But it's a great example of when a good movie actually gets made and comes out, it's a miracle. Because you have so many things trying to screw it up as you go. So,
that's very true.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to see that.
That's crazy. That's a process that we're not absolutely familiar with, but kind of just people coming in and wanting to add to your dream, add their dreams, and it's like, God damn it, you're making this a nightmare.
And sometimes it's effective, and sometimes it's welcome. But then there's them times like what you're saying when someone just comes out of left field with something just
I just
I'm
did
gonna
6
call it
lines
stupid.
of coke, and I think
Aquaman shouldn't have water.
Right.
What the fuck part of he's a fish? Do you not understand?
But
Oh my God.
a lot of times they underestimate your own fans. It's, I mean, look what you guys do. You clearly know your audience. You know what your audience is into. So for somebody who's not part of that to suddenly step in and start trying to like say, "Oh, you should do it this way or do that way," I think by now you kind of know what you're doing.
That's very
That's
true.
a tough one. It was like that when we first came on with the people that we're on with now, but now they're just like, well, we get it. You know what you're doing. Here's the keys.
Right.
And it takes time,
Right.
to build that trust, and it's business, and we understand that there's people's money on the line, but sometimes you just have to trust.
You got it's a valid point. Okay, wait. Do you want to ask that? Because I got to ask this one for Alex. Okay.
Speaking of industry shit,
Yes.
what's the weirdest gig you've ever had industry related?
The weirdest gig.
Maybe like coming
man.
up, like everybody has that
I used
one
to have
thing.
to fucking mop up the peep shows, man. It
Jesus
sucked.
Christ, man. Everybody
I
had
didn't
that
have to do-
one shitty gig.
I didn't have to do that, but when I first started, you know when you're watching a cable network late at night and those local ads come on, they always start like 4 seconds into the commercial.
Yeah.
You're out of sync. There's
Yep.
like a whole bunch of people waving in front of the business.
Yeah.
That was what I did for my first 3 years because I could steal their equipment at night and make my own stuff. But
that's
some of
so
those
cool.
commercials, they're so terrible. I mean, they're unwatchable.
they're
And that's what the
Right.
client wanted. They wanted it like that.
Right.
So
Wow.
they think that the worst commercial looks, the audience is going to think it's cheaper if they shop there, which is not true.
Oh my
So
God.
but that's why they purposely make them that way. But it was, I made like 300 of the worst commercials you've ever seen. Like,
Now
that's terrible.
That's a fucking reel I'm interested in.
That
right
is
there.
great, though. I'm saying that's got to be so dope to just sit there and smoke a bag and watch all those commercials and be like, God damn it.
Legendary Larry's, Land
Right.
of Loofahs.
Come down. We have half off couches. Jesus Christ. I love
That's
it.
awesome. Still better than, mopping up the OP couch.
He's got.
Way better.
He does got you
Way
there.
better.
He's got you there, Monoxide. All right, look, 2014's Digging Up the Marrow is by far one of my favorite of your film works. It also happens to be the collaboration with my Twitter pal, Alex Pardee, who, by the way, chimed in on Twitter not even a few minutes ago and was like to say he would be here with you, but he's deep in the marrow. What was it like working with him?
He said a bunch of other stuff
He
about
did.
you, but we don't believe it, and we still think you're cool, man.
Don't start the shit with Alex and Adam. God damn it. Go ahead, Adam. Sorry, God damn it.
Look, Alex Pardee is one of the most, as you know, talented artists out there. And so I was already very familiar with his work, but I never knew what he looked like. And then he was at a convention that I was at, and he came through the line, and he handed me a pamphlet called Digging Up the Marrow, and he was like, I just wanted to thank you for the inspiration. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. And then I read it, and I'm like, holy shit, this should be a movie. We could do this. We could make a movie with monsters that look like his artwork and stay true to his art. And so we made this weird movie, and we kept it secret. And then one day we just started showing it, and the response was so great.
It's
and
awesome. It's such a good fucking film, and it's terrifying in parts. Like I've scared the shit out of people when that part where chicken comes by real fast. I'm just saying, I've scared the living piss out of people with that. So that's fucking awesome.
Here's something we want to get your opinion on this as well, because we feel a certain way about it, either good or bad. It doesn't matter, but they said that Danny McBride is slated to reboot Halloween.
Oh, yes, I've heard that as well.
I want to just, what are your thoughts on something like that, on two completely different ends of the spectrum coming together to hopefully make something, another 20, 25 years of keeping that Halloween, that Michael Myers alive?
Right.
I think it's one of the most inspired decisions I've seen a studio make, because clearly the guy knows what he's doing. He can write. He's not just a comedy guy. A lot of people forget that.
See,
he's in the new Alien reboot.
See, I
as
didn't
well.
know that. So I'm one of those people that fall into that dumb category because I just knew him Eastbound and Down, right? That's
He's in
the
a
guy,
bunch
right?
of shit, but yeah, that's it.
But I'm the layman, so I don't know. You guys know more shit, so you would be the
how
ones to
everybody
educate
pictures
me.
Danny McBride.
All
He's
right,
bombing down with the mullet and the
Right. And I'm like, what's this?
wackiness.
And that's my assumptions. I'm like, what's this guy know about Michael Myers? And I really hope he scoop slams it to make me look like an idiot for saying that statement because Michael Myers is like by far one of my favorite.
Right.
You know,
mine too.
21st. Would you call him a 21st century monster? I mean, I call them monsters because I figure
as long as they keep making the movies,
they got to be ours. Like because like our parents would have had like what Drac, Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, that shit. So like our guys has got to be what Freddy, Jason, Michael,
right?
Shit like that,
Chucky,
right? Chucky,
Pinhead.
like
exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. And Michael Myers is really the original, and he's by far the scariest out of all of them.
I think so
that
too.
mask, that not really knowing what his deal is.
Agreed.
I know there were remakes where they tried to explain that, which some kids love those, which is great.
I thought it was cool. Like Rob Zombie's approach was neat. I thought, you know what I mean? It was like
I don't need an explanation.
I know, but if you wanted to kind of do that remake, but at the same time go a little extra and give flavor, I understand the basis for it. I took it with a grain of salt and I liked it. Part 2 was a little wonky for me at the end with the horse, but nevertheless, I still thought.
We put Michael in a hoodie. God damn it!
It's true. But the thing, but
I know he's got the same hair as Donald Trump, but it doesn't belong in a hoodie.
Oh my god, it's so.
God damn it! Now.
Okay, all right. Before we get out of here, I got 2 last questions. First of all, who is Adam Green's favorite director or writer? Like, who did you look up to, like, maybe coming up? Or who was the guy who made you want to sit down and scribe some shit?
Well, I mean, it was Steven Spielberg above all,
Awesome.
But then, John Carpenter, John Landis, Guillermo del Toro.
Right.
There's so many, but I mean, Craven. It goes on and on and on because they're all very different,
Yeah.
But Carpenter is by far the master of horror. I mean, Hitchcock might be the best, but that was more suspense. And
right,
but
that's
Carpenter.
That's cool to hear you say that. That's cool.
I think
as
Carpenter is the master at doing something with nothing. And making it and like, holy shit, dude. He didn't have all the glitz and the glamour. He had a camera, he had a cinematographer, and he had a horror icon that nobody knew about.
True.
And there it went.
I think his approach
There's no CGI.
His less is more approach was always the way. You know what I mean?
Not
Because
forcing it.
Now knowing that that more people try to go that route, but I like I said, you got to be able to show all aspects because
I mean, you couldn't go simpler than goddamn Blair Witch. Fire up the video camera, follow us around, like that set a whole different precedence for simplicity.
It really has.
That is easy, but
that's been, like with the Hatchet movies in particular, like they're very gory and over the top, unlike Carpenter's films, but we try to keep it simple. There's no CGI. It's not
Victor
convoluted.
Crowley's not dead, is he?
That?
That's it.
The most popular question I get, and
if you don't want to answer it, just say fuck off and I'll move along. Do you have a favorite condiment? I switched it up fast. Whichever one you want to answer, Adam, I promise.
Well, the thing with Victor Crowley is, the original 3 movies were always meant to be a trilogy with a beginning, middle, and an end.
Right on.
Did it. It's done. But, the fans really make the decision. And the fans do not believe he's dead. They tell me that every chance they get.
We love him. I just wanted to say
you never
that.
know.
We love him. I
never
love
know.
Kane too, but God damn it, we love him. All right.
Thank you.
The last question, and then we'll be out of your hair. Before we get out of here, do you have any advice for upcoming or aspiring film directors or writers that want to do what you do or do like you or like how you looked up to John Carpenter? People that looked up to you, what would be your hey man, do this shit or stay?
My advice right off the bat is start blue. But who gives a shit what I think? What do you think?
Seedy backdoor films. No, what do you got?
I got three things,
Okay.
and one of them will sound like a shameless plug, but it's not. But the first one is that you got to find your film family. You got to find those people that all excel and are great at whatever their position is. Some directors make the mistake of trying to team up with all these other directors. You all want to do the same thing. That's not the right way to do it. Find people that are actually your friends, that are loyal, because it's very hard to find.
Yes.
But if you have that group, you can survive, because 90% of the time you're just getting kicked in the balls and everything's going wrong, and it sucks.
Right.
So you need those people around you to keep you sane. The other one would be that when all this shit keeps going wrong, don't let it disenchant you. It goes wrong for everybody, and because somebody else had a success, it didn't take anything away from you. So be fucking happy for them.
That's deep.
And know that every win is a win for all of us.
I had to hit the air horn on that. That was deep, and I love that. That gave me chills. Go, yes.
And then the final one is, my own podcast, the Groovy Trip. What's great about it is that we have everybody from like Chris Columbus or Slash or Joe Dante and like A-list people, but we also bring on agents and cinematographers and sound mixers.
Right,
what's great about the podcast is that because they're talking to Lynch and I, and they're talking to other filmmakers, they're extremely honest, and they tell you the truth about how bad it is and how they keep going. So it's very inspiring when you hear somebody that you perceive as having made it, and you find out that they go through the same shit that we all do.
Right.
And it helps you keep going for one more day. So I think those would be the best pieces of advice I could give.
I believe firmly there is no such thing as perfection in this business. And if you can deal with that, then you'll be okay.
That's right.
Shoot for the stars and accept reality. That's basically what it is for us.
Fucking great.
Same thing.
Well, all I can say is I am awed, I am shocked, I'm to
Thank
the core
you so
tingling.
much for
Thank you very
us,
much, Adam Green, for stopping by tonight. We appreciate you. Do you got anything you want to shout out? Can you give us the
Can you give us like your social security number?
No, God damn it, your social media is not just social security. Jesus Christ, don't listen to him. Just like, what do you?
I give you my bank account. But
no, God damn it, no. The Twitter.
Oh, Twitter. It's at Adam_effin, like fucking underscore green. There's just too many Adam Greens, so that's my Twitter handle. At Adam_effin_ green.
So everybody follow Adam Green tonight on Twitter and show him some love for stopping by. We can't thank you enough, man. Fucking let us be on your show. Let's work together. Do a video for us. God damn it, we love you.
Dude, I'd love to, and you guys should definitely do the show. Let me know when you're going to be in LA.
Right on, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by again, man.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. And we'll be right back after this on Ashtrays and Action Figures.